Hey everyone, of course my dog starts barking right as I want to make this video. Do you want to come in? Hey, what's up? Okay, as I was saying, um, so I eliminated that 15-minute trade from my setup, and I want to just make a technical analysis video, um, where I just go over the trades. So if technical analysis isn't for you, if you want to learn about trading psychology or my journey or something else, go watch someone else. Um, go listen to someone else. This is just going to be quick. Just going to review what I think are the best trades of the day. And yeah, I'm going to try and do it quickly and succinctly. And to be successful, I need to risk less, which I'm doing. And I need to be consistent at that before I even think about sizing up. But I also need to enter at the right time. I can't take 11 trades a day. I have to take high probability setups. And that's why I removed the 15-minute trade, because even though I do think there is something there, it is a distraction. I only need one setup to get rich, and I just want to focus on that one setup, nothing else. Okay, so my plan involves the 5-minute trade and not trading it in chop. And I either want to go for the ATR potential move at the start of the day, or I want to capture a measured move on a pullback. And then also I target gap closes, and maybe like oops reversals when it's supported by the 1 hour trend. Do you want to go out now? Go out. Go. My dog is. My dog's being pretty funny. Okay. So, with that in mind, at the start of the day, I'll just go bar by bar from the start of the day, and I'll try and make this quick. So, first bar of the day, it's a bearish bar. The EMAs are trending down. I have no problem taking this bar as the signal bar, taking the break, and going short. And that's what I did today, and I made money. And now I did retrace and go against, but it didn't go against enough to stop me out, luckily. So, and then bar 3 and bar 4 are also great entry bars to go short. And I just want to, for the first move, target the measured move, maybe target about 10 points. Look left, right? If you want to know what's right, look left. We can target this low here from bar 37 from yesterday. And yeah, that would be about a 12-point win or a 10-point win. And it would have hit. Booyah. Would have hit. Then we had this crazy bar. My stop was actually like slightly lower, unfortunately. So it came all the way back, almost stopped me out, but it didn't. And then I went back down hard. Yeah, bar 7 was a crazy bar because it was a red folder day. All right. At this point, we should still be thinking bearish because the market's expanded. But for my plan, for taking only the pocket aces setup, I need to be more selective. I have not been selective enough, and I want to get in. It depends like where we are, like what the context is. Like if we're gapped far away, I can trade more away from the EMAs. But if we're inside the prior day range, or we're at the edge of the prior day range and we're going for a measured move, we want to wait for the best setups, which for me, from what I've noticed and what I'm going to show you today, are closer to the 21 moving average. If it's inside the prior day range or at the edge. So, and it's when it's about to expand. Like if you notice right here, it was pretty tight and it's about to expand. Now it's opened up. So we want to wait for it to tighten back up or for it to retrace a bit back to the 21 before we get short. All right, so now I'm thinking maybe we should start looking for some shorts. But I want to wait for a good signal bar. These bars are looking very bullish. There's something there. That means something. Every bar means something for my style. I know Adam Grimes says it doesn't, and he says its markets are random, and I fully agree with that. But Al Brooks, still a successful trader, he says every bar is important. And even though I believe in what Adam says more, that it's just random, I still, for my trading, for my strategy, I treat every bar as pretty important and gives message and signal. So right now we have 4 bars with wicks on the bottom, and we have 4 bars also that close pretty aggressively near the high. And all of these bars have closed at or near the high. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe we're kind of bullish, but the trend is still bearish. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, I don't know what's happening. The market pushed down really hard. Now it's looking very bullish. Okay, here we have a pause. Maybe I should go for a short here. Okay, it's looking kind of short. And guess what? If this trade, after this point, after this many doji bars, I would just get out. Or, I would keep it as a failed trade. Because guess what? Trades fail. That's okay. It's part of trading. So at this point, I'm thinking, okay, the EMA's just crossed over. Let's look to get long. In fact, you could have even scalped this bar here. Though, you could say, hey, this is a range. I don't want to trade inside this tight range. I don't know what's happening. You could say that. Okay, we broke out. It's also fine to take just a scalp trade and go long, or just get long here because we're still at the start of the day. We can still have a big move up. I think this is an okay trade to take long. And then it would have failed, but then we get this bar 23. And this is a very, very good signal to go long. We broke up. The market is shifting long. The EMAs are bullish. This is a bar you want to get long. And how do you know where to target for the swing? Look left. What's a logical level to the left? I think about this range, the middle of this range from yesterday, is a pretty logical level. So I would target like probably the middle of this range. And if you wanted to be aggressive, you could target the prior day high. But I would just target, that's what I would target, probably the middle of the range. Because guess what? It's up 16 points, 15 to 16 points, and that would be a great win. So what happens? Very aggressive bullish bar. Another bullish bar, which could even be a signal bar, though it has less expected value, but this isn't a bad entry bar in itself. And guess what? 25 minutes after entering on bar 23, it would have hit. Now, this is where the psychology comes in. I have struggled. That's not English. I have struggled very much to hold my trades. But I'm going to do my best to hold them and let them ride. And I don't know if that means I'm going to just leave for 15 minutes and let them ride and not look at it after I enter. If it means I'm going to wait and see. But, and guess what? If I do make a mental mistake and get out at the close of this bar, because guess what? That's a big winner. If I get a bar like this, I should get right back in. Low risk, 4 points. And try and ride it up to the original take profit. If I make a mental mistake and get out, I want to get back in. But ideally, I want to hold the trades because in trading, this is a fact. Less trades is better. You will spend less money on commissions and fees. You're making less decisions. It's just better I mean, human nature, sometimes you'll get out too early, and you can never time it at the exact bottom to the exact top. But I need to hold for longer. My average hold time is far too short, and I should at least double or triple it. It's about maybe 5 to 7 minutes, and I want to get it up to at least 15 to 20, ideally longer. But hey, 25 minutes that would hit our area, and look at it. If we're bullish, this happens at or underneath the 21, and the EMAs are tight. At this point, they've expanded, so I don't want to get long until they. And it just made a move. So after a move, I expect some consolidation, and I want to wait for these EMAs to at least start to tighten up again before I think about getting long again. Hey, and it went up much further. So hey, they say don't get out till you have a reason to get out. All these bars are very bullish. No reason to get out. That's a pretty bullish bar. No reason to get out. That is not as bullish. There's a wick on top. All right. At this point, you can get out because that's your first bearish signal. Bar 32 or bar 33 is where I would get out. If I could play this trade perfectly, I don't think I have the mental discipline to trade it perfectly, but I'm going to work very hard to have the mental discipline. I'm risking less, and it's about patience. And this would be 24 trades, 24 points in 40 minutes. So, but still just capturing most of this move, half of it is pretty solid, and I'm happy with that. Okay, so now the EMAs are expanded. I don't want to trade until they start to tighten up and until we get closer to this 21 EMA. Since we're inside, we're just at the top of the prior day range. We just broke the prior day range high. I'm expecting it's probably going to consolidate around here if it is going to make a second move. Do I take this trade? I could take it for a scalp, but maybe just up to, for 3 points, just 1R, thinking it will retest the top. But these EMAs have not come back enough. This is not a pocket aces trade, okay? Look at the EMAs down here. Now look at the EMAs up here. It's very different. And I want to make sure that I'm only taking pocket aces trades. So this could be a scalp, but this is like a B minus trade. And I don't really want to take anything worse than that. And it's okay because this level has held underneath. So I'm comfortable just trading up to the top. And it might have hit. I think it would have probably, if I would have put it below bar 32, bar 33, it would have just hit. I think that's a good place to put it, is where it starts to come down. But if I would have put it up here, I would have got stopped out. And you have to live with that. If you're going for scalps, probably should only target like 2 or 3 points. Okay? But it's not discipline to take this trade. This is like, I can make a reason for it, but it's not a great reason. Okay? We want this to tighten up more. And that's just it. So, and if you are going to go for a scalp like this, it doesn't hurt to just get out after the second, after the first bar after closes. Just get out. You can do that. Why not? And that would have made you, this bar would have made you 1.25 points. But that's $50 if you're trading one ES. And $50 is pretty solid. You can buy 10 Chipotle or 5 Chipotle burritos with $50. That's lunch for a full work week. Okay? $50 is nothing to shake your head at. So that's a lot of money. Okay? Now we can definitely say we're in a range because all these wicks on top, these wicks on bottom. At this point, take a 30-minute break. Go do something else. Wait for it to tighten up. I'm not trading at all until these tighten up more. I'm not trading here. I want to see a bigger pullback. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, bar 48. Tried to break out of the bottom, failed completely. The EMAs are quite a bit tighter now. It's consolidated for a while. I'm comfortable taking a 1R trade here. Enter the limit buy above, stop loss below. Put the take profit up here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Boom, that would have hit 1R. But this is not a time to swing for a home run. Neither is bar 52 because it's too high, right? It's a really small bar, so it's like a good risk bar. You wouldn't have to risk very much, but it's not. We want to see our bars if we're bullish, if we're inside the prior day range or right at the edge. On a market like this, we want to wait till it's in the 21, around the 21 EMA. If it's a big gap and it's like super aggressive day, trade off the 9 EMA. But if it is a more normal trend day, slower, we want to wait till the 21. So you could make an argument for right there, bar 54. It taps the 21, but I still don't love it. Maybe you could go for a scalp. I don't know what happens after this one. Okay, yeah, that would have hit. Bar 54 would have hit. It touches the 21. You could make an argument for that. But if you skipped on this, I would not blame you. You might have some FOMO, but so at this point, still no good trades, no good trades. Okay, bar 64. Very gentle pullback, not aggressive pullback. We're at the 21. I'm getting long here, and I'm targeting the high, this high, or maybe just slightly beyond. And this wouldn't have got filled because to get filled, it has to break the high of that bar. So that's fine. Bar 66, another signal bar. Same thesis. Target 5 points. All right, that looks good. That also looks good. We're still in the trade. Boom. 1, 2, 3. 20 minutes after. And it went up quite a bit more. So, okay, bar 76. Same thing. We're still in a bullish market. The EMAs are still trending up. You could get long here. Target the long. I don't know if you would have got stopped out. I don't know if it went up first and then came back and stopped out and then went up. But yeah. And hey, even bar 77, you could make an argument for this. It's a pretty wide bar, like 8 points, but you could target 88, 86, or just above this, and yeah, you could have made that work. Okay, so really quick review. Okay, short on bar 1 from the last bar of yesterday. Short on bar 3 and bar 4. Get long on, maybe long on bar 19, but definitely on bar 23. Long on bar 48 because it's after a period of consolidation and it tested the 21. Long on bar 54, but you kind of could see it test the 21 better. Definitely long on bar 66. Maybe long on bar 76 or 77. So those are the trades I would take. And I hope this helps. It helped me. I really need to focus on taking the pocket aces only and nothing else. And on a day that's a bigger gap, I'll give better examples of like when you can wait for the 21. This day here was a mess. The 3rd, Monday. This was my bad tilt day that I'm hopefully never going to have again. But, yeah, you could say bar 34, get long there, target the top. But it's so rangy and choppy, it's just not good. You don't want to get short here because, I don't know, the market's just pretty bullish. Like, I don't know, it's a trap. Like, This was a very hard day to trade, and that's why days like this are why we have good risk management, because you're probably going to lose on a day like today, on Monday. But hey, bar 47, you could get long because it's open, it's tight, it's just switching. It's going to make its measured move next probably. And I don't know how many points you'd get, 24 to 38, 12 points. That's pretty solid. Great time to get long over here is on bar 6 because, well, look, it hasn't exactly crossed, but you can tell we're bullish. You can tell it's about to cross over. So, like, if it's about to cross over, that can be a special exception. It's like, it's going to cross over after this bar pretty much. So I would get long on this bar. Look left for the target. Just target this high or just above that high. That gives you 10 points. You hit it in 10 minutes. Piece of cake. Don't get out until you have a reason to get out. I would say bar 7 is a good reason to get out. Looks like it still went up, and look, it's expanded now. So there's no trades in here I would take. Hasn't tested the 21. This was a very bullish day though. So like bar 18, since it's such a bullish day, you could make an argument for this getting along on this bar. I don't condone buying the closes of bars. I think you should wait for the break of the bars high. But I know some people like to buy the close of bars. And if you bought the close here, it makes sense to put your stop underneath where these two wicks went down to and buyers stepped in. And yeah, this just went up quite a bit. None of these are good longs to me. Well, here's the thing. This is a very bullish day. On very bullish days or very bearish days, when just all the market participants are favoring one side, they say there's no bad entries. So it's very different. You have to trade each market differently. But, like, okay, now bar 27, this is like the first bar I really feel comfortable taking long. Target the highs, 6 points above. Yeah, and that trade would have failed. And trades fail, and that's okay. And this one actually switched to be pretty bearish, looks like. All right, bar 55, I would get long on that. And that one would have hit. Anyways, I said I wanted to make this a short video. I definitely failed on doing that, so I'm sorry about that. But it's important to make these technical analysis videos to study and do practice. Also, just want to pay attention to these hourly bars, see how they're moving, because we want to capture these. We want to try and hold for the whole hourly bar. So that does it. That's what I'm going to focus on. Really just taking those pocket aces trades only. And that'll do it for me. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.